Hey, y'all. It's a new day, and James has been sitting here on his Pinterest, James?
My Pinterest.
Looking at horrible ideas.
Yep.
Not horrible ideas, but horrible ideas.
Horrible.
And we just discovered something very important that was vital information for James today. What was that, James?
What?
What did I just tell you that was vital information for you today?
All emotional.
I told him I'm very emotional today. And he says, I pick the oddest times. Now, ladies, we don't pick when we're emotional. They just don't understand that. It picks us. And what, James? What did you just do, James? So I told him he can't fuss at me today. He can't yell at me today. He can't hit on me today. He can't abuse me today. In other words, you cannot have fun today, James.
I can't talk to you.
Why do you say it like that? No, we're just watching a show and like the end of it, and I'm like, I'm so emotional today. So it's going to be a fun day around here. As I'm emotional, and we're going to be DIYing.
I'm leaving.
You stuck. But I'm going to show y'all what the haul looks like. And the reason we're doing the beadboard, it's not just to have something to do.
The heck it ain't.
It's not. Why they put sheetrock under a bar where you're going to have bar stools, where people are going to sit, where their feet's going to come in contact with it, makes no sense to me. And we already have a dent under the bar. It was my fault. I did it when I was putting one of the bar stools back. It slipped and put a dent in the wall. And I have tried
to spackling in it and go on about your business.
No. So for a while, for about 3 years now, I've been trying to figure out what to put under the bar that would look good. So, beadboard it is. And it's going to serve as added texture. And it's going to serve as a decorative element. And it's going to serve as a functional element. So, it's a win-win all the way around. Right, James?
I don't feel like a winner.
So, James is taking it upon himself to change the corables. He's always wanted to change them out and get something different. So, see, it's not just me. So, that's what we're going to be working on today.
Yay, me.
And then there's the supervisor right there. I don't know if y'all can see him. But anyway, so that's what we have on tap for today. We're just sitting here kind of trying to figure out where and what to start with. So y'all won't have to partake in all of that, but that's what we're doing right now. So I will take the camera and show y'all up close in just a little bit. And then we're going to get started. So we'll catch up with y'all in just a little bit. James, how much do you love it when I change the design plan before we ever start?
I don't.
I have changed the plan on James, but we haven't started yet, so it's okay. Right, James?
No, it's not okay.
Why? Why is it not okay, James? Okay, to kind of tell y'all what I had planned to do. I had planned to just put beadboard and replace the corbels, and that was going to be it. But now I've decided to do batten with beadboard in between the battens. Because I love the board and batten look, but it would not serve the purpose of, the reason I wanted to do this. But if I do the board and batten look with the beadboard in between, I get the look I wanted, a little extra, and I get the functionality as well. It's a win-win, huh, James? Stop. People gonna think you grumpy. they don't realize you're really sweet and you don't mind doing all this stuff for your wife because you love her and you want her happy. Happy wife, happy life. Right, James? Repeat after me. Happy wife, happy life. So anyway, we're trying to figure out, we're going to have to move the corbels down, all that kind of stuff. So James is working all that stuff out. But that's what we're going to do on this wall because as you will see, hate it. So there you go. And I would just like to add, James needed to know the measurements from the bar, you know, to the top of the floor, from the floor to the top of the bar. So I took my tape measure. I come in here and measured it. I told him what it was, and I was right. So I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning to read a tape measure. Thank you, Charlie, again for my tape measure. You're the best. We are heading back to Lowe's. We've got to get, he's got to get something else, and he needed some bolts. But I wanted to clear up. I've been going through some of the comments from the video I posted on Friday. And y'all, James was just giving me a hard time. He does not mind these projects. This isn't something that we've discussed, we've planned. It wasn't like spur of the moment. And he really doesn't mind. And I never, ever put him or anyone else for that matter on camera when they don't want to be on camera. He's very dry. If you're not familiar with somebody that has a dry sense of humor, it may come across differently, but I assure you he did not mind. He is so good to me. He loves fixing up our house too, and he's just an all-around good guy. He's just a big old softy, y'all. He's just my ray of sunshine. And sometimes my sunshine is dim and sometimes it's really, really bright. But here lately, he has just been in the best mood. We've been having so much fun, and yeah, if he's on camera, it's because he wants to be. I assure you of that.
I love you. I give you everything you want me to. Think about it if I could. I'd burn down the moon and give that to.
James is going into his other favorite store, the man's version of Hobby Lobby, Harbor Freight. So let me show y'all what I decided at Lowe's. Okay, paint selection, very serious, right? So this bottom color, this is what's on, well, it's not the exact color on my walls, but this is the closest I could come to my walls. And I've painted my dining room wall, the big long wall that goes behind the couch and the dining room table, in this color. And honestly, it butts up next to the other walls and you really can't tell a difference. So since I don't know the original color that was on the walls, anytime anybody asks, this is what I tell them, because this is like, it's so spot on, it's crazy. So this is what I'm going to be painting all of the hall with, because this is what's on it, but I'm just gonna freshen it up. It needs it, and I've got to paint the ceilings and all that. So my dilemma was, what am I gonna paint the accent wall under the bar that we are working on? Because I don't want it to be the exact same color, but I don't want it to be, I'm not doing black, so y'all just don't even freak out. It's not going black. But I did want it like a shade darker than the other walls, because it is going to be like a accent wall. So the closest I've come to that I really, really like is this. This is Truffle Oil by Sherwin-Williams. This color is called, and how appropriate is this for a bar wall, Caramelized Onion by Valspar. And I'm going to show you what it looks like with the truffle oil. So hold on just a minute. It's not a major contrast, but it's enough, I think. So this is the wall color, and then this is the caramelized onion. What do y'all think? I love it. And then, you know, of course, our trim and stuff will be white. Our corbels I'm going to stain, and the beam at the end of the bar I'm going to stain, so that will not be painted. So I think it's going to look good. And then, y'all, I can't get them lights out of my head that I saw at Habitat. So we're going to, on the way home, James is going to take me by Habitat, and I'm going to see if they're still there. If they're still there, it's meant to be. If they're not, then it wasn't meant to be. But they're $5 a piece. They're antique brass. And I just think they're going to look so good in the hall and get rid of those ugly boob lights. I do not like them. And for $5 a piece, I mean, just can't be beat. So, wish me luck that they are still there. And I'll be getting those. So, it's all coming together. I have a feeling this is not going to be done this weekend. It might take us a couple weekends, but that's okay. I think that's just how it is in life and projects. Now, I love a good before and after. I do. But realistically, sometimes it just takes a little bit of time, longer than a 20 or 30 minute video. So, I will show y'all a good before and after when it's all done, but I'm also going to be showing you the process and like it all coming together. So, got a lot of work ahead of me, and I'm excited to get started on it. So, I hope y'all are excited to join in, but I couldn't do this without James. He is the brains behind all the configuring. I can come up with the design, and then it takes his brain to come up with all the measuring, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I think we make a pretty good team. I was gonna say good and great, and it just come out good. So anyway, that's what's going on right now. So I mean, we have not even done anything to that wall yet. He has literally been figuring, and that's okay. That's okay. We have all weekend. So anyway, here he comes. Well, it was not meant to be. They are gone, and that's okay. That means that there's something else out there that I'll find when the time is right. But I was kind of hoping that they would still be there, but it's okay. It will be all right. Now we're fixing to head home, and I don't know what we're gonna do, but anyway, kind of bummed, but that's okay. Your girl is tired. James is out there grilling our steaks. I just did our green beans, sauteed them on top of the stove. I've shown that in a video before. We didn't get anything started, well, let me back up. We started with the prep work today for the wall, the hallway. But we don't have anything to show for it right here. James cut some stuff out. He's going to go back out in the garage this afternoon when he would get through eating and probably cut out the beadboard. He got all the boards cut for the board batten part of it. He's still got to build the corbels, but he's going to make temporaries, supports, so we can go ahead and put the boards up and the beadboard and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of prep work, behind the scenes stuff that you can kind of get dissatisfied because you're not seeing results, but it has to be done kind of thing, you know? So we don't have anything to show for that, where I can spin the camera around and you can see that we've got stuff going up on the walls, because it's just not happening. But the paint color choice is made. I don't know how much we'll get done tomorrow. I may get in the hall on Sunday and try to at least get the ceiling painted, because that's going to be the most dreaded part. But it's got to be done. I'm not painting the ceiling just because I want to. I happen to, for whatever reason, about a month or so ago, I had turned the light on in the hall, turned the lamp on, and I just happened to look up, and I was like, oh my goodness, the ceilings were horrible. And I had never noticed it until then. So I'm going to go ahead and paint them. While I'm painting the hall, I might as well just go ahead and paint the ceilings because it really needs it. So I may do that Sunday and get the dreaded part out of the way. It won't take long. It's just the cut-in part that I dread, but has to be done. And then I'll have to take everything off the walls. I'm going to patch up some holes because I'm probably going to redo this wall a little differently once we do get everything up. Might, you know, do the decor differently on that wall. So I'm just going to patch everything up, have fresh, clean slate. And another reason I may go ahead and paint the ceiling is because James will be here to kind of help move that little secretary back there. I don't know. Anyway, a lot to do. And now I'm running out of steam, so it doesn't sound so enticing right now. But, you know, I'm not on any kind of time schedule that it has to be done. I just want it done, you know. So we're gonna eat, and then I don't know what. Poor James. He still don't have any grill. Why don't you have any grill, James?
Oh, it's on the low end of priority list.
I know what you're doing. You are going to keep using this one till it just falls completely apart.
Yep. I can get all my money's worth out of it.
Well, honey, you have.
Yeah, well, not yet.
But
They still got another meal or two.
the steaks look good. We just marinate. They've actually been marinating all day in the Allegra marinade.
Allegro.
Allegro?
Allegro.
Oh, Allegro marinade.
You got to have that translation. You know, not everybody speaks Southernese.
Well, you knew what I was talking
I
about.
knew exactly what you was talking about.
So Allegro marinade, we get it at Walmart. They had it marinating since this morning around, what, 10:30-ish I put them on to marinate. And it's now, what, 5 something? 6 something? I don't know. So, James, what do you think the time stamp on actually getting some stuff on the wall to see? I know you've been doing a lot of the back end stuff.
That's front end stuff.
Cutting the boards and all that kind of stuff is front end?
Front end.
What's back end?
Prefab is front end. Installation is back end.
Okay, well then, you've been doing a lot of the front end stuff.
Huh?
So how long before I start seeing something on the wall?
October.
Oh, glory. Think I can paint the ceiling Sunday?
Paint ceilings anytime you feel like it.
I'm gonna need your help.
No.
You're gonna have to help me with that secretary. James, people are gonna think you're being serious.
I hate that for them. I really do.
And, you know, you don't mind helping me with these projects around the house, do you?
No.
And this is something we've discussed. It didn't just happen today, did it?
No, the revision happened just today.
I know, I'm sorry about that. But it didn't mess
And
it up.
then, no, I want that wider. That happened today.
Well, I wasn't even gonna talk about that.
Well, I was.
But it didn't make it harder for you, did it? Did it really?
Did you see Jeff Rose ciphering?
Yeah, I saw you at that bar configuring.
I was working that calculator to death.
But you didn't mind doing it, did you?
No.
Because you love me, right?
Mm.
What does that say in James? Happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, happy life.
No.
What does that say in James?
You're killing me.
Happy wife, happy
You're
life.
killing me.
No, we love fixing our house up. And you love making your wife happy, don't you, James?
Every day.
But we had really discussed this, honestly, for a few years now. We had talked about doing, I've always tried to figure out something up under that bar. And you know it, so don't even act like you didn't know it. Stop, you did. Stop, yes you did.
Spousal abuse, spousal abuse. Citizens arrest.
We've been watching Andy Griffith. I love Andy Griffith, Perry Mason. What's another one that I find myself like watching constantly?
Beverly Hillbillies.
Beverly Hillbillies, Addams Family. Just the old stuff. They had Lucy on Pluto TV. I probably watched it a lot too. But anyway. Alright. Say goodbye, James.
Bye, James.
Say goodbye, James.
Bye, James. Bye, y'all.
Okay, same day. I decided I'm going to knock out the ceilings because that's the part I'm dreading the most. So I'm going to go ahead and knock it out. So I went and put on some paint clothes, paint hat, and I have taken everything off of the walls because they are going to be getting painted as well. But I'm going to go ahead and knock these ceilings out. It won't take long. So I'm just going to cut it in and then roll it and call it done. So let me give you a brief overview of what the hall looks like right now without everything. And I don't even know if you're going to be, it was like over here is where I noticed the ceiling was the worst. But this is the hall with nothing in it. I've taken everything off the walls and I just kind of threw a towel over that. But this is the ceiling. And a piece of the finish just come off of the ceiling there where they put it over a screw, which is fine. I'm gonna be painting, so it'll be okay. But yep, that's what it looks like. And then right here we have a little bit of water damage where this kind of sweats. So I'll be fixing all that with the paint. And then I have to clean that thing. It is nasty. But I gotta get a new filter before I can take it down and clean it. So I'll do that tomorrow. Okay, let's get started. I am not gonna bore y'all with me painting the ceiling, but I am gonna get it painted, so that will be done. Well, this is the most unexciting before and after for painting, but knowing that it is done makes me feel so good. And this is why I paint the ceilings before I paint the walls, because you see all that, you don't have to be so precise. But yeah, I tried to be, but you know, it's okay. All right, so now I'm going to, you know, like fill in holes and stuff, and all that'll be prepped and ready to paint. Buster got to make sure Daddy's doing everything right. Make sure all his calculations are spot on right so far, huh, Bob?
Sure.
Is he doing it right?
Calculator.
Is he doing it all right? Huh? Is he? Hot, sweaty mess. I think I'm gonna end the video here. Tomorrow we'll pick up and see what tomorrow holds. So thank y'all for hanging out with us today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you, gives you some ideas. I can't wait for y'all to see the walls start coming together. But you know, this is kind of the stuff you have to do to get to that point, and it's not always fun, and it's not always like, I'm the type of person that wants to see results, but you know, it is what it is. It's all part of it, but it's gonna be worth it, and I'm so excited to get this done. So I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.